Hi, you guys. We are getting ready for Stampin' Bingo Live. This is take two. We had the same problem last month, and it was a lot of YouTube and live. It was a lot of people's problems because I did see other people saying, I set this up the same way I always do, and yet the camera is turned. So hopefully you can hear me. I'm getting a couple things set up and also looking for myself. If you need to refresh, that sometimes is a thing. Okay, so we are in much better shape now. Okay, hi, welcome to Stampin' Bingo. I'm so excited that you're here. While we are pausing for just a couple minutes, I'm running through all of the bingo tiles to make sure that all of our numbers are here, as well as giving you a chance to find my business page, get all set up. Hold on, let me plug in my microphone. All right, a little bit better on sound. Okay, Debbie, hi. Okay, great, you made it. Laura is here. Hi, Laura. Hi, Haley. Okay, we have people starting to check in. Excuse the fingers in front of the camera there for a second. I'm trying to get this a little straighter. Awesome. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5. Where's our 5? 5, 6, 7. So if you are joining me tonight for Stampin' Bingo, and if you're used to the routine, great. If you are joining me for the first time tonight, make sure that you go and get your packet that was prepared for you, if indeed you ordered a packet. And then you will also need some scissors and some adhesive. And if you are already a crafter, you might have some dimensionals. You may want to grab your dimensionals tonight. And then you're going to need something to color with. So some colored pencils or some markers. And oh, we need to put 10 in order here. All right, let's see how we're doing. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. If there's anybody who does not recall their numbers, just type in the chat box that you need to be reminded of your numbers, and I can do that for you right now. Patsy's here, Dee is here. Hi, everybody. Awesome. You know, based on registration for tonight, we could actually have 6 different states represented. So that's awesome. So while we're just pausing here for another moment before we jump into our first project, why don't you also type in where you are watching or playing from? Because I know that, but the other gals who are participating don't know. Glynis is here. Evelyn is here. Hi, this is great. Okay, good. All right, I can see. All right, I'm looking at my monitor. You guys just can't see this side. So 14 is here through 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All of the numbers are here. All right, because it's funny, last time some of you were so frustrated that your numbers weren't getting called. They were like, is that number even in the basket? So all of the numbers are here. Okay, this is perfect. Taja's chiming in. Hi, Taja. Evelyn, yes. Oh, thank you guys. This is awesome. Super. All right, now I know that a handful of you are brand new, so this is how it works. We are going to, here in just a moment, start our first stamping project. So I will tell you which part of your packet you need. We're going to stamp the project together to completion. Then we're going to come back to our bingo tiles here, and we're going to play bingo. And when we get to that part, I will explain quickly how that works. It's super easy, and for those of you who have played before, you can attest to that. you know how easy it is. All right, I'm just gonna check and see if any of you wrote a message that you need your numbers. Okay, good. I know, see, some of you guys know each other. You're saying hello to each other. Cool. All right. Let's see. I'm looking at my monitor. Okay, this is great. And I've got the comments up, so that's great. Okay, we are almost in good shape. Okay, I am going to stretch my screen. This shouldn't be affected by you guys right here. I'm just talking to myself while I'm fixing my monitor. I'm looking at my monitor. Oh, and now I hear myself, so I need to mute myself. Okay, we'll see how that goes, and if I need to make any adjustments as we go along, we will. All right, so welcome, welcome. Let me tell you a couple of things about tonight. Number one, as is common. Oh, okay. You guys need to tell me in the comments if you can see my space here. I feel like I'm zoomed in or something, so it's a little bit weird. I'm going to slide this down. Oh yeah, I'm really zoomed in. Well, that's going to be great for the stamping part. Okay. If you want to go to my website, it's stampwithjuliebaum.com. If you are trying to get to my online store, all you have to do is still go to that site and click on shop now, and you will be redirected to my online store. So that's important because hopefully tonight you will love the projects, and there might be a thing or two or three that you would like to purchase so that you can make some more projects on your own time. When you do get to the checkout screen at my online store, there's a place to put a host code. If you will put this host code, that will be super helpful. Then I can be sure and link your order with tonight's projects. And I wanted to mention a couple of the specials. Okay, you guys can see. Oh, thank you, Glynis. Okay, thank you. We'll see if McKenna is able to work it out. I know the first time is always frustrating too. Okay, Janae and Sandy, are you stamping together tonight? Awesome. That was fun last time. And you guys figured out your bingo and how to call that out. All right, here's a few things I wanted to tell you. One of the packets tonight that somebody is using to stamp their projects actually has a surprise coupon in it for $10 off of a future order. And so if you found that in your packet, you may want to let us know. I think it would be fun to know. I don't even know because I literally did it in a random fashion. And also one of the packets, which you'll find out when we make our first card, has some bonus butterfly embellishments. So I put a few extras in one of the packets just so there would be some surprises. All right, I'm just pausing here because I am now down to where I can only see one comment at a time, and that's not going to work for me. So let's see here. Okay, I think I'm okay again. All right. So let's jump into our first project. The first packet that you're going to need to, or the first little baggie that you're going to need to pull out of your packet is the one that has a background paper. Your card base might be early espresso, or it might be one of these alternate colors. It could be bumblebee or it could be mint macaron. All right, but you'll notice all the rest of the papers. You've got like a daisy or a sunflower type paper, and then lots of other little pieces to go with that. Okay, Sandy or Janae, do me a favor and just type something else in the chat box, because the last message I can see is from Glynis and no other messages have come in since then. I want to make sure that I can see it. It doesn't matter as much right now, but once we get to bingo, it really matters. So type a little something and I can see if it pops up. Okay, so you're going to dump all of your pieces out of your packet and be very careful. There are a lot of them, and you're going to have a little piece with some of these butterflies. Okay, you're going to have those butterflies too. I just don't want them to fall on the floor or for you to lose them. So let's grab those and make sure that they're set someplace safe. All right, and then we're going to jump in. I didn't see a new message come in. Let me scroll back. I can see all of the early ones. Okay, I'm going to move forward and see if you guys can send me another comment so I can make sure that my comments are staying live, are staying current, okay? All right, so go ahead and grab your adhesive because we are going to glue. This is what I want you to do. I want you to locate your card base. Like I said, it could be one of 3 different colors, but it's the large piece of cardstock that is folded in half. This is our base. And hi D, okay, I got some more comments coming in now, so that's perfect. Thank you. Okay, on the back of your patterned paper, you are going to use your glue, whatever adhesive you're using tonight, and you're going to go ahead and we're attaching that to the front panel of the card. All right, super easy. Thank you, Patsy. Thank you, you guys. Okay, that's super helpful. All right, I'm going to press forward. You know, it's always a challenge, even though it seems like from month to month, and each time I record a video, I've got it totally dialed in. I've been doing it for a while now, and yet there's always a curveball. Yes, Glynis, thank you. I can see your comment, so we're good. Okay, so you've got that attached. Now let me show you something that I have not shown you in Stampin' Bingo before, all right? I'm gonna take my cardstock, and instead of putting my stamp on a block like I normally would, I'm actually going to show you the Stamparatus tonight. This sunflower stamp that I'm using is a very large stamp, and sometimes it is easier to do your stamping with this type of stamp with the Stamparatus. There are many other uses for this tool, but tonight I just wanted to show you how easy this is to do. And the other thing about it is the Stamparatus can help you if you tend to kind of flub up your stamping and wish that you could fix it. The Stamparatus is the tool for you because you can go back and fix images that didn't stamp well. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my So Saffron scrap of cardstock here. I'm using one of the 2 super strong magnets to hold my cardstock down. Now I'm going to take some ink. This one is So Saffron. So I'm going to take that and open it up. Now what I'm going to do, again, I am looking at my my monitor and it's huge. So I keep moving this because I want to make sure that you're able to see. Okay. I'm going to take my ink pad and I'm going to go ahead and ink the stamp up. So I've flipped it over and I'm inking the stamp up like this. Okay, now this can be any direction that you want. You can fold the hinge this way to stamp. You can go top to bottom, right to left, it doesn't matter. But what I'm going to do is close this hinge down onto my cardstock and give it a really good press. And actually what I'm expecting to happen is for this image to not be so great, okay? Because I want to show you how you can fix something that is a mistake. All right. Hi, McKenna, you made it. Okay, awesome. Perfect. Hey, you got to do whatever you have to do, right? Welcome. We just started. All right, Evelyn's commenting too. She loves using her Stamparatus. In fact, she's already trained her husband. He knows how to use the Stamparatus. So I've stamped my sunflower. Now, when I lift this up, okay, actually it is a beautiful image, but let's say that an area was not so great and needed some more ink. The great thing about the Stamparatus is you can re-ink your stamp, close the hinge, and it will stamp in 100% the exact same spot. So if you have an area that kind of got flubbed, you can stamp it repeatedly until it comes out like you want it. So there's our sunflower. Now I'm doing some of the steps that you don't need to do at home, but I am teaching you as we go along. Now the other nice thing about this is if I was making multiple cards, I could now take my next piece of cardstock, drop it in, ink up my stamp, and go. So it can also be a time saver if you're making multiples of cards, of the same card. All right, so I'm going to set that out of the way for just a moment. And we're going to take this flower and we're actually going to die cut it. So I am going to show you the die cutting tonight. I have my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the full-size one. And that's what we're going to use for just a moment. Now this is, there we go. Okay, so I've got my layers built in the correct order. I have my piece of cardstock that we want to cut. And let me show you a trick in case you fall in love with these sunflowers. Oh, you know what? I'm going to zoom out for a minute and make sure. I want to see if you guys can see what I'm seeing. Give me 1 second and then we're going to cut this out. Okay. You guys tell me if it's weird. This is on my monitor is like super huge. Okay, I'm looking at this sunflower and what I want to show you is there are 3 petals that are kind of all bending to the right. And the reason that I am pointing that out is when you look at this die, it's hard to know which way it goes. So if you look for those 3 petals that are bending to the right, it's really easy to line this die up. All right, so I'm going to lay my die on there. Put my top acrylic plate on here. We're going to pass this through. This is how we got the cut out sunflower that you have in your packet. All right, so that's a little bit more of an advanced technique than we've been doing lately on Stampin' Bingo, so I just wanted to stretch you a little bit. Okay, now, what I did for your card tonight is I took another piece of So Saffron cardstock, and this time I used another die from that same set, and that looks like this. So in the like fashion, I ran this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and was able to cut out a piece that looks like this. All right, so now you can locate those pieces that are in your packet. You've got your sunflower, and then you have the piece that has all of the detail. Now this is where you're going to look for those 3 petals that are leaning to the right. And you're going to find the 3 petals that are leaning to the right on your flower because that's how you're going to line it up to glue it. So go ahead and grab your adhesive. Now what I like to do on this is put some dots on this large area because that's easy. And then if you are quite skilled at using your liquid glue, you can actually get some tiny, tiny dots placed in just a few of the larger areas around your die. If you do not feel skilled in order to do that, don't worry about it. Just put the glue here and it will be fine. All right, and then I'm going to line up those 3 petals that are easy to find and lay this on there. So now we've got our beautiful detailed sunflower. Okay, what do you think so far? Are you loving it? Okay. Next, what I did to prepare your packet is I took this stamp and I used soft suede ink. on a scrap of So Saffron like this. So I stamped that. Then I took another die from that same set of stamps and dies that looks like this. I laid it on here and ran it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And that is what gave us, you have it in your packet, this little center of your sunflower. You see that? That was cut right out of the middle of that. So we're going to take that now and attach it. Let's put some glue on there. Awesome. I got smiles and hearts from Patsy. Taja's loving it. Haley is my newer friend and new stamper, and I'm telling you, she's a natural. She did some stamping with me the last couple weeks, and frankly, I think she got bit by the bug, so you guys can be an encouragement to let her know that this is such a fun thing, and it's super therapeutic. It feels so good to create. All right, so we've got the center of our sunflower. Now let me show you another thing that I did, okay? This is how I got this piece. You're gonna look for this piece in your packet. I used this same die and I just cut out a circle. This could have been a scrap. It didn't have to be a circle. So I put it in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, ran it through, and ended up with this. Now you're gonna need to grab your scissors, okay? So we're gonna take, awesome, good Haley. I said, you have to do Stampin' Bingo with us. We're gonna use sunflowers. And she said, I'm in. All right, take your scissors. We're gonna trim this down. It's not gonna be perfect, but what you're doing is trimming all those little extra pieces off. So you basically end up with like an inner tube shape, just this, or a donut, okay? So we're just gonna trim off those extras. And see, that's why I started with a small piece when I did the die cutting, instead of cutting out an entire flower and then all of that would be cut off right now. That would be kind of a waste. All right, so just with your scissors, don't worry too much about it, okay? We're dealing with nature here, and nature is not perfect. So you're gonna end up with your brown ring right there. I'm gonna move some of these scraps. Okay, now you may have, and I apologize, I prepare the packets like 3 weeks in advance. So I think what I did this time is I think I put some dimensionals in your packet. They might be black, they might be white, they could be the large or the small. So somebody tell me if you got dimensionals in your packet, because that will remind me. But we're going to use those. If there are not dimensionals in your packet, we're just going to use adhesive, but I'm pretty sure that I did. So somebody speak up and let me know if you had dimensionals in your little baggie, okay? We're going to use probably 3 or 4 of these. Okay, Haley got black ones, so I know that they went in some of the packets. Okay, so you're going to take your dimensionals. You probably want 3 or 4. I probably gave you a little square so you can pull from that what you need. Okay, Taja got black ones, these little ones too. All right, so it's a very good chance that this is exactly what you got in your packet. If you got something different, that's fine, it will work. Oh, now I was talking too much and I used 4 instead of 3. So either do kind of a triangle shape with your dimensionals or just use 4 if you have them. All right, then we're gonna pick those backings off. I like that these come in black because sometimes like this on the brown paper, or a lot of times if you're using black cardstock, it helps them kind of hide better. All right, we're just gonna add that layer so it's popped up like that. Look at your beautiful sunflower. Okay, Patty is saying that she didn't get dimensionals, so that's either my mistake or just make sure, Patty, that they're not hiding in the bottom of your bag or stuck to something. I do my best to send you guys everything that I'm using, but with the exception of sometimes I don't send dimensionals or obviously your glue and coloring things. All right, so that is set. Now what we're going to do is our leaves. So I'm going to speed through this. I'm just going to talk you through how I did the leaves because yours are already prepared. So I used old olive ink. And this is kind of a fun way to get these leaves. The first thing I did, oh, Patty found them. Awesome. Okay, so we're still batting 1,000 here. All right, so what I did is I stamped old olive ink on old olive cardstock multiple times. I think you have 3 leaves. And those in the same way were cut out with a die. This is the leaf shape. So those were cut out. And they look like that. You should have 3 of those. Let's pull those out. And then what I also did is I took this die, which has all of the detail on it, and this color, in case you're copying this project in the future, is Mossy Meadow. So I cut 3 of those out, and now we are going to create our leaves. So here we go again with our glue, and once again, you're going to want to use tiny dots of glue. Now, some of you probably have a little Sizzix sticker maker, right, Laura? I know you do. And that's another great way is you can run this through your sticker maker. But without having that, all you need to do is a little bit of gluing, and we're going to attach our 3 leaves together, the detail with the background. Okay, now we are doing a lot of steps. Let me tell you that the first card is the hardest and the longest. The other 2 cards tonight are quicker. So don't be panicking about how long it's taking. Okay, and when you get a moment, I know you're busy gluing your leaves, but when you get a moment, just comment. Let me know how you're doing, that you're keeping up. Okay, here I go with leaf number 2. It makes it look like such a realistic leaf. I love it. Okay, and then the third one, same process. Let me tell you another trick. If you're struggling with your glue, you might not be able to do it tonight because we're moving at a fast pace, but you can take either your silicone sheet, if you have one of these from the Stampin' Up catalog, or you can use a plastic lid, like maybe an old margarine lid, even a piece of wax paper. Just get something that won't be sticky, and you can, oh, I'll show you on here. You can put a little puddle of glue onto that surface, and then take a Q-tip, dip it in there, and that will give you tiny little glue dots as well. That's a great trick to have up your sleeve. Tonight we're being challenged by just trying to put the glue right on there. Okay, if you happen to have, or you want to know about this is a silicone sheet that we do sell in the catalog. And the nice thing about this is once the glue dries, it will just ball up and rub off. I've got some other glue on here too. So this is reusable over and over. The glue won't stick to it. All right, now let me show you. For the greeting, I took a white scrap and I took the stamp that says, "You matter to me." Okay, thank you for your comments. You guys are awesome. Okay, Laura, keeping up. Haley's doing good. Okay, good. I took this stamp that says "You matter to me," and it's actually from a set I've been using quite a bit called Happy and Heartfelt. I really like that the words in here are a little bit different. I like the font. You matter to me, heck yeah. Happy Dad Day, Happy Mom Day. Being awesome is just your thing. I mean, the sayings in here are really unique. So I've been reaching for that stamp set a lot. So I took that stamp and with black ink stamped on a piece of white cardstock. And then let me show you the dies that were used. These are called Stitched So Sweetly. And I used 2 dies from this. You can see that the one with the words on it is this one here. So that was die cut for you. And then the next one larger, this one that is rounded at the top and bottom and square on the sides, is this one from that beautiful gold foil paper. All right, so we're just going to attach that. We're almost ready to put the whole card together. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of my words and attach it to that paper. Now, as I mentioned, some of you have different colors of your base, and you might have a different pattern of paper. It's all from the same set of designer paper, but a few variations went out. And at the end, I will show you the completed card on all of them. So if you're not doing the early espresso one, you'll get to see my finished one in the other colors as well. All right, in fact, let's do it now. So bring in your card base and your sunflower. We're going to put the sunflower on first. So using your choice of adhesive, you can use your liquid glue if that's working for you, whatever you have. You can grab Stampin' Seal, which is what I'm going to use this time. It doesn't matter. It really only depends on what you prefer or what you have handy. All right, so I'm going to lay my sunflower way up in the top left corner, as close to the edge as possible, but without hanging off the edges. That way it won't get hung up when you put it in your envelope. All right, and we're going to take our words and put them, whoops, oh, I had the lid on. We're going to put the words in the bottom right corner. Get some space here. My leaves are sticking to me. Okay, so the words are going to go in the bottom right corner. Then we're going to tuck our leaves in. So the way that I like to do this is flip them over. You can use your Stampin' Seal or your liquid glue. I'm only going to put adhesive kind of on the fatter end, like so. It's really all that's needed, but what I'm going to do then is tuck them in underneath. So when you glued this down, unless you went way to the edges, which I didn't tell you to do, and I'm sure that you didn't do, you've got room here. So you're able to tuck that leaf in. Ah, so cute. So cute. All right, you guys like how this is coming together? You are going to be pros after this one. This one was a lot of steps. I know you didn't have to do the stamping and the die cutting, but you could see what was involved, right? Okay, I'm going to peel, there we go, the edge of this guy up and tuck a leaf in here. You can tuck your leaves in wherever you want. You might want 2 close together and then 1 over here. I'm going to kind of spread my 3 out. Put them wherever you want. This is your creation, your project. I know I've got you started, but even with all the same pieces, we can end up with a different creation. And that's one of the things I love so much about paper crafting. All right, the last thing we need to do, here I told you guys to make sure you don't lose your butterflies. I almost lost my butterfly. All right, so the easiest way in general to get your butterfly off of the backing strip is either to use a tool or the tip of your scissors to kind of dig underneath it and lift it. Another method that you can do is kind of peel the plastic back until it pops up, and then once it pops up, you can get it easier. So I'm going to place my butterfly, and again, you can place your butterfly wherever you like it. I'm going to put mine just down here on the words. Now, did anybody yet find extra butterflies in their packet? One of the packets had bonus butterflies. So if you got the bonus butterflies and have found them, let me know. If you already said it, I missed it, so tell us again. Okay. All right, at this point, our card is complete. I'm going to show you the other colors in case you got one of the alternatives. There were a few of the early espresso. There were a few of Bumblebee. And then there were also a few that are on mint macaron. And I'll tell you, I can't pick one over the other. I love them all. This would have been my the one that I thought would go together the least well, and it's probably my favorite if I had to pick. I really like the mint macaron. Okay, perfect. So there's your sunflower card. Bravo, good job. And once you're done and everything is glued on and your butterfly is on, type in the comment, card 1 finished or done or something. Let me know. Oh, you know what? I have another sample. This sample was on an entirely different paper, but from the same packet. That one's pretty too. All right, so start chiming in and let me know if you are done with card number 1. Done. Done. Taja's done. Awesome. Anybody sticky? I'm going to tell you a trick. Okay, let me put my ink pads away. Patsy's finished. Thank you, Patsy. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. Okay, I'm going to tell you a trick that I've been using for a while now. Often when I'm stamping, as careful as you try to be, you still end up getting a little bit of glue on you. So I bought these alcohol prep pads on Amazon. They came like 400 of them. So there were 4 boxes like this. But what I do is I keep a bunch of these little packets in my drawer here where I'm stamping. And then when you're sticky, you just pop one of these open. And sometimes even better than soap and water, this will get the extra glue off of your fingers. This will also get glue off of your surface if you've spilled a little bit. They're so handy. And of course you could use alcohol in a cotton ball, but these are just easy to open, use, and toss, kind of like less mess. There's a lot of other reasons I use this for. We'll see if they come up tonight. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with bingo. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to dig into the bag. Dee, you're finishing up. That's fine. No problem. Just keep going. Glennis has her first one done. Awesome. Laura's got it. Okay. It seems like for the most part, everybody's tracking. So this is great news. All right, I'm cleaning my sunflower stamps to get them out of the way. Let me show you the stamp set. I didn't show you the set. If you are just in love with this project, this is what the stamp set looks like. It's called Celebrate Sunflowers. Very cute. And actually, during this month only, in March, you can get the stamp set and the dies that coordinate with it. You saw me use the dies. There were the leaves, the sunflowers, all of these, at a 20% discount. So if this is something that you like and want to have in your collection, this month is a good time to choose that. Okay? All right. This is how bingo works. I'm going to pull a number out of my bag. Here's my bag with all of the numbers in it. And if it is a number that you chose, if it's one of your 5 numbers, then in the comment box, you are going to type a capital B. It doesn't have to be capital. You're going to type a B. Then I'm going to pick another number and we're going to continue moving on. Each time I draw a number that is one of your numbers, then you're going to begin spelling bingo. So if I have drawn 3 numbers that match your 3, then in the comment box, you're going to type BIN. So each time you're going to spell out as much of the word as you have. This will make total sense as we start drawing numbers. So here we go. The first number is 15. So if when you registered, if you picked 15, then right now in the comment box, type B. And I do have a list of everybody's numbers, so we'll check those as we go. Evelyn, is Judy here? I'm looking for Judy. If she's on, I would love for her to comment. I know she's your friend and neighbor, and she was going to play tonight. Okay, we've got some B's. Patsy has B. D has B. Excellent. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pick another number. Here we go. Number 4. So if you also have 4, then in the comment box, you're going to now type BI. All right, you get it? If number 4 is your first one, you did not have 15, then you're just going to type B. So we have 15 and 4, and I'll be watching the comments as we get closer to a possible bingo. All right, the next, nope, there's another B. Okay, we got B's coming in, awesome. What happens is the first person that I see that gets a bingo will be our winner, and we'll check the numbers. And in the event that 2 winners happen at the same time, so like I get 1 bingo and then a second bingo off the same numbers, I do have backup prizes. So keep paying attention to your numbers. All right, number 14. And I'm watching to see if we got some more B's or any I's. All right, the next number is 24. Look, we got lots of 4s. All right. I do have a cute prize for this first game. I'll show you in just a moment. Stephanie, hi! I know you guys are away with your family vacation and you're jumping in to say hello anyway. I'm so excited. Hi, baby. All right, we got some more B's. People are in the game. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to pick another number. Here we go. Number 9. Number 9. I'm glad you logged on, Steph. D, awesome. You finished with your card. Great. Okay, and you're also watching your bingo numbers. I see you participating. Excellent. Okay, here we go. The next number is 20. All right, good. Glynis, you totally have the hang of it already. You have a BI. All right, I'm still watching. There are a couple of BIs. It's still anybody's game. Okay, the next one is 5. Number 5. Number 5. Oh, there's a B. Excellent. From both Sandy and Janae, it looks like. Okay, we got more people in the game. A couple of BIs. All right, here we go. BIN. All right, now we're getting somewhere. There's another B. Excellent. Okay, the next number is 25. I'm going to bring in the prize for this round. This is a set of note cards. And it's super cute once you open it up. I tied a nice neat bow. Now I'm going to undo it. And inside are 4 note cards. Wow, we have a BING, so we are getting close to the end of this one. All right, so I'm pausing to show you the cards. There are 2 of this design and 2 of this design with matching envelopes, and they come together in this cute little pouch. So our winner of bingo is going to get this set of note cards. All right, the next number is 18. 18. All right, we have at least one BING. Lots of B's, lots of BI. Let's see what that 18 did. BIN. Okay, here we go. We're getting close, ladies. Some new players have a B. Awesome. It's never too late. You never know how the numbers are going to fall. Number 8. All right. Oh, yeah. We got some smack talk going on now. Here we go. All right. Let's see. I don't see any bingos yet. Definitely some BING, BI. All right, the next number is 17. You regulars who have played several months with me, isn't it funny how sometimes it goes really fast and other times we draw almost the whole basket of numbers? All right, BI, BI. A lot of you have a good start. All right, the next one is 22. BI. You guys are good at this, no problem. Okay, I'm checking the comments. We're getting close. I know, I can feel it. The next number is 23. All right, we have many BINs, lots of BIs, one BING. All right, here comes our next number. Number 13. BI, BI, BIN. All right, the next number is 1, number 1. BI, BI. Wow, we're giving everybody a chance. I tell you. And then is number 6. Patsy, bingo. That's the first one I see. I'm just checking to see if there's, oh, McKenna, you are right behind with BING. Still no bingo. Any other bingos? Okay, it was after the number 1 that we got a bingo, and then you guys are seeing the 6 right now. All right, so I am seeing Patsy as the big winner. Patsy, congratulations on game 1. Excellent. So that little packet of note cards is definitely coming your way, and it was made with Oceanfront and On the Horizon stamp sets. I don't know if you have those yet or not. I've had a lot of fun working with those. All right, so those are gonna, let's check the numbers. I know we always say we should in case somebody makes a mistake or I make a mistake. Okay, Patsy has 1, 5, 15, 20, and 25. That indeed is a bingo. Good job and congratulations. Okay, we're gonna clear the board. I'm gonna make a note to myself for Patsy being our winner. Of course, my pencil is just out of reach. Okay. All right, Patsy's the winner for number 1. Let's get these out of the way. And now we're gonna work on card number 2, which is faster and easier. You guys passed all the hard stuff on the first card. All right, so for this next project, you are going to need the packet that has a gray card base. It's got a chicken in there. It has a black scalloped circle. Now, again, you have some embellishments in here. So be very careful when you pull all of your pieces out. You've got some black dots of different sizes. and they might be cut apart like that. All right, so just be careful of your dots. And we are going to put this one together. These chickens have been so cute and so popular. The stamp set is called Hey Birthday Chick and looks like this. Super cute images. We're going to be using this set on our card number 2 and also card number 3. Okay. All right, so get all your parts out where you can see them. The first thing we're going to do is create our card front. So your black piece of cardstock is going to get glued onto the front part of your gold. This one is a top fold card, so it's still going to go this direction. This style of card is also super cute. I love that. This one is going to go this way. All right, so I'm going to use my liquid adhesive to get this going. Is anybody trying to eat dinner while they're playing? Or sipping wine or something wonderful? Are you doing all kinds of things at once? All right, so just kind of eyeball your borders. They should be equal borders all the way around. And stick that down. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is take this piece. You should have a piece that is this yellowish color, bumblebee. It could be a different pattern, but it will be the larger of your designer papers. All right, so this piece is going to get glued onto here. Let me show you how these are going to go before we glue, so you have it in your mind. All right, so the bumblebee colored piece is going to go on the left. Then you should have a black and white design of some sort. It is actually going to go next to it like that. Now, the space between the two papers does not matter at all, okay? Whether it's wide or not, it's this outside that you want to be as close as you can, that you want those borders to be equal, okay? It doesn't matter here, because after that, we're gonna take that black strip and it's actually going to cover the seam. You see that? All right, so now you know where we're headed and we're going to start gluing. This paper that I'm using right now was actually a celebration paper from a year ago. I loved this paper. Many of the designs were on a black background, which was uncommon, at least at the time. Really, really pretty. All right, so we're getting that first piece glued on, and I'm looking at my top, bottom, and left margin. Remember, this is supposed to be fun and relaxing, so don't let it stress you out. Just get it as straight as you can, and that's great. All right, then we're going to put the black and white piece on. Look at that one. That's got a bold black and white floral on the back. Okay, so this piece is going to go on again. I'm being more concerned with my top, right, and bottom margin. Not so worried about this. Yours might be closer or further. It doesn't matter. It's going to get covered up. I mentioned about that stamp set and dies being on sale. The month of March, there are a whole list of stamp sets and dies that are on 20% off sale, 20% discount. And so if you need a list, be sure and ask me for the list so that I can make sure that I email it to you. We're going to put that black strip on. Same thing if you are using snail or Stampin' Seal or your liquid glue, whatever you like. And a handful of you that are playing along tonight are also demonstrators that are attending our virtual team meeting on Thursday night. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have so much fun then too. And I've got a fun stamping project. Our mystery stamping is all prepared. Okay, so we've got the front created. Now, what I did on this card is I took a scrap of white and our little chicken here. And by the way, if you are just getting started with stamping and you don't have any clear blocks yet, a size D block is a great one to start with. It's large enough for a lot of stamps. Any stamp smaller will also be accommodated by this size. But later tonight, I'll talk about a product purchase. And if you were to decide to try this as a stamp set that you want to buy, a D block would be perfect. All right, so using just black ink and my chicken stamp, I stamped her. I think she's a hen. Sandy, you know about chickens. Is this a certain kind of chicken or is this just a chicken? And then with a die, because that stamp set also has coordinating dies. And so I'm trying to see if I have this one pulled out. Is it this one? So with this die, I ran it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and was able to get this. So go ahead and take your chicken now that's already been prepared for you. And I'm gonna take a second. Oh no, my screen is just refreshing. I think we're okay. Are you guys good? Everybody good? All right, we're gonna color our chicken. I'll show you how I'm gonna do mine, but you can grab any markers or pencils that you have handy. Okay, I am gonna refresh mine. This is dangerous. No, I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't wanna lose you all. All right, I have dark and light Daffodil Delight. And so on this particular chicken, I'm gonna use the darker yellow, so the darker of the Daffodil Delight. And all I'm gonna do, because this is basically a white chicken, okay? So all I'm gonna do is color the little thing on the top of her head. And then I'm gonna kind of scribble where all those little marks have already been created for you in the artwork. Isn't that nice? This is why I say you don't have to be very creative to do a lot of these types of projects because the artwork is already there for you. So it's got the detail and we're just bringing it out by adding a little bit of color. Okay, then I'm also gonna go here on the bend in her leg and put a little accent maybe on the ends of these feathers. Okay, so I'm using my Stampin' Blend. Pencils or markers will work just fine. And if you feel like coloring the whole thing in, you can totally do that if you want to. Then I'm gonna take an orange marker. This is Pumpkin Pie. This is the dark one. All right, I'm gonna have to take a chance and refresh my monitor. So let's see what happens because it was totally frozen. And if you guys are talking to me, I won't know it. All right, so I'm gonna use my Pumpkin Pie to do the beak and also the wattle. The wattle could be done in red if you have a red handy, that's great. But if you don't have one handy, then you can just use the orange. Okay, we are back in good shape. I'm checking my comments, making sure that nobody, just a fat hen. Thank you, San. It's just a fat hen. That's what she is. But she's super cute. Then I'm going to use my orange also and just draw right over the artwork that's already there on her feet. Okay, and there you go. Super easy. You don't have to do a ton. If you have Stampin' Blends or a broad set of markers and happen to have a gray, this is just a little trick on some things just to give it depth. It doesn't really scream out to need it, but watch what happens if I just put a little bit of gray kind of around the outline. So this is gray granite and this is the light, if you're following along and you're using your Stampin' Blends. So just kind of in a few spots, I'm adding a little bit of gray shading. All right, kind of fun. Okay, then you have a circle and you also have a black scallop circle. These were created with a set of dies called layering circles. Fantastic set of circles to have because you've got multiple sizes and you've got scallops and plain. So what's lovely about this is how well they nest. You can just pick different sizes and they work really well together. All right, so I'm taking the little chicken from that set and stamping him kind of off to the left. This is how it was done for you. Leaving a lot of room. And then also the words, "Let's celebrate you." You guys, it's so funny. When I refreshed my monitor, my view is entirely different than it was earlier. And it's probably more accurate of what you're seeing than what I was seeing before. Oh my goodness, so crazy. All right, so let's color this as well. I'll tell you and show you what I did to mine and you can copy or go your own way. I'm gonna go back to Daffodil Delight and I'm gonna use the lighter of the two and color in my entire baby chick. All that nice fuzzy yellow. Then I'm going to take the darker of the two. So this is Daffodil Delight Dark. And I'm just going to do like everything under. So under the wings and then where it dips down in the egg crack and under the wings, just to give my yellow a little depth. Okay. Then back to Pumpkin Pie. I'm catching up on my comments. Okay, you guys are with me. All right, Pumpkin Pie is going to be for the beak or orange and the little legs. He's doing a birthday dance, I think. I've grabbed blue. This is balmy blue. And all I'm going to do is one of the stripes. So I'm imagining that the little hat is blue and white striped. So I'll just do the center one blue. So now it's blue and white. If you wanted to, this is kind of cute. I didn't do it on my sample that I'll show you at the end. But you can also go over the little pom-pom at the top. That's kind of cute. And then I'm going to bring my gray marker back in on this one. I do like it on the egg. Just going to outline all of the egg. As close to the black outline as I can get. Because it's really just for shadowing and dimension. Then while I have my gray marker out, I'm also going to show you to put some ground underneath our chicken. Our chicken is kind of floating in the air, but really this foot right here is on the ground. So if you can just take your marker and you're just going to make some ground underneath him. And that helps it look like he is not floating in space. Super easy. Okay, we're going to attach our colored little birthday chickie piece to the big black scalloped circle. So let's attach that. I can't see it without white paper. Oh, there we go, underneath. Okay, and I'm going to flip it over just in case, I don't know, if I have ink or if my fingers are oily, I just don't want to be smearing on that white piece. Okay, so I like to flip that over. Okay, now this is going to get attached to our card. So it's going to go right about here. It's at the top part of the card, not entirely centered. And I'll show you why. We need room for our other chicken. The black scallop is hanging over into a little bit of your black and white paper, like that. And let's go ahead and attach that down, again, with whatever adhesive you have handy. All right, so this scallop is going on, and then we're going to take our chicken, right about there. We're going to take our chicken and attach it as well. And she is going to go right here. So in the space of the white circle, and also kind of hanging out. You can have her foot either on the black stripe or over a little, wherever you want it. Just kind of eyeball it before you lay it down and then commit. Okay, and get her on there. The last thing that we need for the front are our embellishments. So let me show you these little black dots. These are called matte black dots. They are an embellishment in the annual catalog. And my special offer for tonight is that I was looking to show you the whole package of them, but I don't see it. Okay. For any order, if you go to my online store, for any order that is $35 or more, and that is in the subtotal, so before tax and shipping, if you place an order that's $35 or more, I will see that you've done that, and I will send you a whole package of the matte black dots as a thank you gift. So that is one of the special purchases tonight. Again, for a $35 order, you'll get a set of the matte black dots for free. Let's go ahead and attach those. I'm going to use, you may have a variety. You might have all large, all small. You might have some of each. It doesn't matter, but you'll see just how cute and how finished it makes your project once you add these little embellishments. So I'm going to put one there. And I'm going to put one over here. When you use your embellishments, a general rule of thumb is to use odd numbers. There's something about the way our eye sees the project, whether it's home decor or a card or a scrapbook page. Odd is better. So you want to use 3s or 5s or 7s. All right, so we've got our 3 dots there. Now we're just going to do the inside. So you have a piece of white cardstock that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. It's going to fit on the inside here. And to that piece, we're going to use that final strip of paper that you have, this little guy. It's a 1/2 inch by 4 inches. So it's just exactly the width of your white piece. So you can decide where this goes. You might want it at the top. You might want it near the bottom. You might want it all the way at the bottom. Okay, it's totally up to you where you want to put it. I am going to put, and I think everybody got the bumblebee color, but you might have gotten a black and white piece. I will show you both. So whichever one you got, it's going to look great on the inside of your card. Okay, so I'm going to choose to attach mine near the bottom. So not quite all the way down, but towards the bottom edge. And then this piece is going inside. Look how cute and easy. This is a good time to remind you, or if you've never heard about it before, to tell you about Paper Pumpkin. Paper Pumpkin is like one of those, oh, they're so popular now, subscription boxes where you subscribe and then it just comes in your mailbox and you get a surprise every month. So Paper Pumpkin is a Stampin' Up! Surprise box that you subscribe to. It arrives in your mailbox every month and it has projects for you to complete. And inside the package is all of the papers, all of the embellishments, the ink, the stamps, everything that you need for the project. So it's a fantastic way to be crafting at home on your own. You don't have to wait for a class or sign up for something. You can completely do projects on your own. And in your thank you note after tonight's bingo game, I will enclose a little flyer about Paper Pumpkin. But if you have any questions, be sure and let me know about that and I can fill you in. All right, the comments are coming in. Great. Yay. Okay, Dee loves it. Patsy loves it. There is our second card. Okay, and remember, the black dots are a gift with purchase, a $35 purchase. Here is the other one with the black and white on the inside. So some of you might have gotten this packet. Cute. All right, we are ready for bingo. I'm going to clear that aside. Shake up our numbers. Good job, McKenna. Oh my goodness, this is so fun. I'm not sure if it's the first time you've ever done stamping crafts or not, but I'm so happy to have you join us. Taja. Oh, Patty, perfect. Perfect. You needed a birthday card. I love it. All right, I'm going to clean my stamps in between numbers, but here we go. First one is 20. Oh, I know some of you have 20. In fact, Patsy was a winner with 20 in the first game. All right, first number is 20. The next number is 15. Oh my goodness, Patsy, you are lucky tonight. Let's see who else. Okay, we've got B. Getting my little chickens all cleaned up here. My fat hen. I think that would be an excellent stamp set to either add to your collection or just if you're starting out. It's just so cute and it wouldn't have to be birthday. Let's Celebrate You could be any celebration. Best of Cluck. Super cute. We're actually going to use this chicken with the balloon on our next card. The next number, okay, we have some B's. B-I, B-I. All right, here's a number 6. Okay, so McKenna, yes, you've done some with Mom. All right, excellent. Oh, you're doing, oh, see? First time out, already a total success. Hey, our next Stampin' Bingo night, if you are a planner, will be coming up on April 19th. So we're going to get all the way through March, all the way past Easter, and we'll do stamping on April 19th. And I will send out reminders and take registrations ahead of time. Okay, our next number is 10. Oh, good question, D. Start all over. So this is a brand new game, all new numbers. Yep, so don't continue from where you were, start from scratch. Good question. I should have said that in the beginning. All right, we've got some B's. All right, Taja's already ready. She's like, sign me up, I'm ready. Taja, you're always all in. You are a fun participant. Okay, we got a lot of B's. We got a few BI's. Number 17 is next. All right, and I'm going to draw another number. Number 24. I have some lovely designer series papers that have been just cut down. They're not 12 by 12s. They've been cut down a little bit smaller and pre-packaged for you. And that is going to be our prize for this next game. And when we get to that point, I will pull those out so you can see it. Okay, we've got lots of B's, a couple of bee eyes, and here we go with our next one is 21. I see B-I-N. Looks like Patty's got B-I-N. Okay, still going. Number 11 is next. All right, we have some new B's in the game. Great. All right, the next number is 16. Now, some of you are from the South or from the East Coast, and I know it's late for you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for staying up and playing. It means a ton to me. I love having you. And like I said, I think that if everybody who registered is actually playing tonight, we have 6 states represented. How cool is that? Okay, the next one is number 9. We have some of the same numbers from last game and lots of different ones. All right, we've got B-I-N, a couple of B-I-Ns. All right, I'm still watching the comments because now we're getting a little bit closer. 13 is the next one. Ooh, we drew 13 last time. 13. And then is 4, number 4. Let's see if we can get some more people in with a B. Any new B eyes? Okay, we've got B-I, B-I-N-G. Patty, you are in strong for this race, aren't you? B-I-N, B-I. All right, it could still go any way. The next number is 3. B-I-N-G. Okay, we have 2, at least B-I-N-Gs. If I don't scroll back, I can see a couple B-I-N-G. Okay, the next number, we're getting somewhere here, is 19. Antoinette, are you here tonight? I know you registered for you and your mom and your sister. Put in a comment if you're here. I know you're not stamping with us tonight. You're just watching, but you can still be playing bingo. Sandy Weigel, I see a bingo. Bingo, awesome. Congratulations. Okay, let me see if anybody else got bingo with that last pull. Let's see. Okay, oh good, you're here. Hi, thanks for saying hi. Antoinette plays from Texas. Okay, Sandy, I am going to show you, let me take these tiles down. I'm going to show you, oh, Guy, almost every time I forget to do this and I just dumped them. Oh my goodness. Okay, I bet we can remember. 3 and 4, I remember, they're still up. 11, 17, and 20. I know 20 was there and 17. If anybody thinks that I flubbed that up, you can let me know, but I had started to sweep them in. Okay, from now on, it's your guys' job, once we get a bingo, to be like, Julie, stop, check the numbers. Okay, you guys are in charge. All right, let me show you a couple of paper packs. I'm still here. I didn't leave, I promise. Okay, I have three here, three options. Okay, so Sandy, if you are watching, you can let me know which one you want. All right, I have one that I don't remember the name of this one. This one has florals, a couple of dark backgrounds, some citrus, cute papers. That is number one. Number two is a tropical print pack. So it's got Granny Apple Green and Blushing Bride and tropical prints. That is packet number two. And packet number three is a springy floral pack that has Misty Moonlight, looks like, So Saffron. There's some daisies in there. Okay, so pack number one, pack number two, or pack number three. You can let me know which one that you prefer, and I will set that one aside for you. And I'll make a note that you were bingo number two winner. Okay, we're going to do our third card, which is also the tropical. Okay, you got it, girl. All right, this one is going to Sandy, and I have it set aside for you, my dear. Okay, your final packet looks interesting. Again, you have some rhinestones. You have some embellishments in there, so be careful when you dump it out. And it is kind of a monochromatic look, or a monochromatic card almost. Like, we didn't use all one color. We've got a little bit of pink in there. But this is going to be really different than other cards that we've done. So let's stretch ourselves a little bit. Okay, you have your chicken, which again was stamped. Where is that stamp? Here it is. Onto a piece of white cardstock scrap. And then with a die, oh, here it is. With this die was cut out so that we end up with this. All right. I don't want to always do the cutting on screen because it just takes so much time, but I think you guys understand the process. And if you don't, you totally know where to find me. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of layout here first so that you know where we're headed and you get your pieces where you want them. So your Misty Moonlight is your base. Okay, this, oh, I'm going to set this aside. This was the piece that I would have stamped on and then cut out. All right, that makes sense. Set that aside. Here's your base. And you have 3 strips of the same color. This is Misty Moonlight. By the way, 5 colors are about to retire. I'm super sad to see them go. These will be retiring. They will not be available once the May catalog, the annual catalog, comes out in May. So the 5 colors that are retiring are the 2020 to 2022 colors. So they include Misty Moonlight, which we're using right now, Just Jade, which I'm actually going to show you an alternate card after this one that is made on Just Jade. Bumblebee, which is that warm kind of golden yellow that we used. Did we use this? Oh, it was in our paper with our chicken. Okay, and Magenta Madness, which was a hot pink. And actually, your little happy birthday die cut is out of Magenta Madness. And the 5th and final color that's retiring is Cinnamon Cider. This, I mean, there's no better description for it, but a cinnamon brown. So I'm going to be really sad to see those go. They have been great colors. 5 new colors are coming, and demonstrators have been able this week to see a sneak peek. I've seen the first 4. I just haven't seen the 5th one. I've only seen the clue, so I'm anxious to see that. But I can't share those with you until further down the road. So So you're going to take your 3 strips of Misty Moonlight, and these measure 1 inch by 4 inches. They're all identical. The first one is going to go to the left. It's going to be the lowest piece on your card front. The second piece you're going to put next to it. This is almost resembling a fence, okay, roughly. That piece is going to be the highest piece. And your third one, let me pull this down. I might be out of camera here. And the third and final one is going to be height-wise in between the two. So you've got the lowest one, then the highest one, and then the third one goes down just a little bit from that. All right. And they're somewhat centered on the card front. So I'm going to scoot mine over. So we're going to glue those on. All right. You can start in whatever order you want. I'm going to work left to right. And we're going to attach those. Now this is kind of a fun technique to do the same color on top of itself, because really we're just adding some texture to the background of this particular card. All right, so I've got my first one on there. Let me check the comments if you guys are struggling. You okay? All right, everybody's good. I don't see any calls for help. The second one, you recall, is going to be up higher than the first one, and it's going to be the highest strip of all. It'll also be basically in the center of the card. Okay, and then the third one, third and final strip. Drops down a little bit from that tallest one. My spacing between the strips is about the same, as close as I can get it by eyeballing it. There we go. So we kind of have our faux fence on there. Now you also have 3 of these little die cuts. This banner, it looks like crepe paper streamers, okay? And it is one of the dies that coordinates with this stamp set. Let me show you. This is that die. Also in here are things that we're obviously not using tonight. The little flour sack or corn sack is super cute. The fence, oh my goodness. So there's some very cute dies in there. We're gonna glue those little streamers on. So the first one is gonna start at the left fence board. That's what we're gonna call it. And it's gonna scoop over to the middle one. Okay, let me know in the comments just real quick if you can see. All right, I'm trying to look in my monitor. It looks like you should be able to see. I'm going to take my scissors and just snip off. You don't have to do this, but if you want to, I'm going to make the edge straight. I'm going to take off that little pointed tip. And my tiny glue dots, once again, on my little streamer here. This is going to be hard to pick up. Okay, on the next one, I'm going to glue it while I'm already holding it. Okay, so this one kind of scallops from the top of the left board and scoops down and ends on the middle board. Okay, yours might be a little bit different. That's totally fine. All right, the second one, which I'm going to kind of edit it too. I'm just going to chop those pointy ends off, and I'm going to glue holding it. You guys are so good. I bet you don't struggle with any of this. Do you laugh at me when I struggle? All right, this one is going to start in the middle of the middle board, and it is going to drape over to the right side. You see here? We're just giving a little bit of texture and background. All right, Taja said yes. I think that was to, do you laugh at me when I struggle? I'm quite sure that that's what her answer was. Okay, and then the third one. This third one is going to go from the first board really low onto that middle board, about like that. This is not super important, you guys. If yours are close together, it's totally fine. If you wanted one over here, it's totally fine. Okay, it's your creation. This was much smarter holding it and putting my glue dots on than trying to pick it up. Okay, so on mine, I'm gonna put it down at the near the bottom of the first board, and it barely moves over to the middle. I imagine that all of our streamers are slightly different, and that's totally fine. Okay, hopefully you're not stuck to your own card and you've got this going on. What I did is I took the Happy Birthday die, which is part of the dies that match this. Okay, this comes with the die set, and just a scrap of Magenta Madness cardstock, and I ran that through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and got this. How great is that die cut? Oh my goodness, I love it so much. All right, so your Happy Birthday die cut is gonna go way down here at the bottom. Find a place for it. I'll show you where Chicken is gonna go. We still have to color her, but the Chicken is gonna go near the bottom as well, like so. And the Happy Birthday is going to go near the ground also. All right, so that's where we're headed. Let's go ahead and put the Happy Birthday on. And it's nice and chunky enough to get some glue on there. You don't have to do too tiny of dots this time. Tonight was kind of a gluing challenge, wasn't it? Okay, so there's our Happy Birthday full of glue. And I'm gonna put it down here. I'm gonna double check real quick where my Chicken's going. Yep, I'm fine. And get that pressed down. Okay, cute. Look what you can do with one color. Well, we added our accent here, but love it. All right, you've got your Chicken. This time I am gonna color my Chicken in. So I'm going to use my light Daffodil Delight. I'm going to use the brush marker end. I'm going to leave her tail and her head white, but otherwise I'm going to color in the whole Chicken. These Stampin' Blend markers are wonderful for many reasons. Right now I'm liking the broad brush end because I can get a lot of coverage very quickly. All right, so I'm leaving her feet, her tail, her head. I'm gonna come in here under her chin. Hi, little cute fat hen. All right, so that is light Daffodil Delight. Looks like I'm gonna do her wings. I'm looking at a sample. In case my brain checks out on me, I can see where I was headed with the card. Okay, so I've got the little wings also in that color. Okay, now I'm going to take my dark Daffodil Delight. So if you have a darker yellow, or at this point, if you don't have Stampin' Blends, but you have an orange marker, that would look great as well. You're just going to add some dimension to her feathers. So with my Stampin' Blend, I'm literally just I'm kind of like making an M or a W shape over all of the marks that are already there. Scribble, 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 just to give a little bit of dimension to those feathers. Okay, and then under here, little V or W marks. Scribble, 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 scribble. All right, I'm gonna come in here and darken up these little accents. Again, the artwork is there for you. You don't have to be an artist. You don't have to be very creative. Basically, we're just coloring like a coloring book. And yet it comes out so special and unique and handcrafted. Okay, I'm gonna take my pumpkin pie marker and do the feathers on the top of her head, her little beak, and her cute little chicken feet. So you can obviously do whatever colors call out to you. I know for a fact that some of you are copiers. You're like, no, just tell me what to do. I'm going to do what you say. And others are more creatives and they want to do it their own way. So there's lots of room for you to be whoever you want to be. All right, I'm going to take pink now. This is polished pink. I'm going to use the lighter of the two, and I'm going to color my balloon pink. You can color your balloon whatever color you want. Just keep in mind that it's going onto a card with pink words. And the first thing I'm going to do is color the whole balloon. Let me show you another nice thing about the Stampin' Blends. If I was to stop here and then go back with any other kind of marker, I would end up with a line. You would end up with your start and stop lines. But with the Stampin' Blends being the alcohol-based markers that they blend together so nicely. So not only do they blend with themselves, but we can take a lighter and a darker and have them blend. So I'm going to take the dark polished pink and just come in here a little bit on the markings or the shadows that were already provided for me, and a little bit underneath. If you are working with Stampin' Blends and you get an area like that and you're like, oh, it's a little bit too dark, you can always go back with the other color right into it and blend it out. Wonderful, wonderful coloring tools. All right, and then one thing I've not shown you before, this is one of the options of the Stampin' Blends. This is called the color lifter. It's not exactly like an eraser, like it's not going to totally erase a boo-boo, but it will kind of blur the line if you made a mistake. So in other words, I'm kind of glad this happened. There is a teeny bit of orange here. Sorry, I'm just checking for questions if you guys have any questions. All right, there's a teeny bit of orange that escaped underneath her feathers here. I can actually come in with my color lifter and blend that out a little bit, and it's not so obvious. See how that did? But what I really like it for is its name, color lifter. I'm going to figure that if the light is shining on my balloon this way, the shadow is down here, and up here there would probably be a bit of a highlight. So I can actually kind of put this in there, and it lifts off just a little bit of color to allow me a natural highlight. Kind of cool. So that's the color lifter. It's a good tool to have. All right, we're going to attach our chicken. Once again, I am not sure. I think I only gave you dimensionals for the sunflower card. If you're a stamper and you have dimensionals, you might want to put this on with dimensionals. Otherwise, grab your adhesive and go ahead and glue that piece on. I'll show you what it looks like with dimensionals. And I'm probably going to use about 5. We'll see. Yeah, I think 5 will do nicely. All right, and then she is gonna go right here, kind of like, I'm not sure, I think she kind of like fell forward, or the balloon has helium and it's starting to pull her up from the tail, and that's why she's kind of splayed to the front. But look how cute she is. And what a fun idea with just one color building your background. Now, let me show it to you on just jade. This one is cute too. Oh, and then we'll go back and put our embellishments. We didn't do that. So here's the exact same card, but on green. This is just jade. And a similar but different card is this one. Different design, but same idea, where the blue background, it's just monochromatic. I've got a couple strips and then the little fence die cut back there and one of the other hens. I was really stretched the first card that I did like this, and I really like how it turned out. So I hope that you liked being stretched that way as well. All right, let's put our embellishments on. You have some rhinestones or potentially some gems. I'm not sure what all went out. You might have some gems that look like this but are blue, or you might have the rhinestones. So I'm going to use my rhinestones. And I see on this card that I used 2, and I had just told you guys to work in odd numbers. So I'm going to add 3 to this one. All right, so I've got my rhinestones, and I will tell you before I take this one off of the backing, a couple of tricks. With the rhinestones that are clear, you can use your Stampin' Blend markers, or you can use Sharpies and color the rhinestone. And then I like to do it while it's still on the backing paper. That way you don't get ink someplace where it doesn't belong. And then you can pop those off to use, and you have colored embellishments. So a lot of times I will buy the white or the clear embellishments because I know that I can color them with Sharpies or Stampin' Blends. You can tell, I think on this card, these were colored with a blue Stampin' Blend. So they look blue. And there's our clear ones. Ooh, a rhinestone would have been cute on the balloon too if you haven't finished yours yet. And there is card number 3. So we're going to jump into bingo so that we can wrap up our evening before our 2-hour mark. I can't quite get this down to an hour and a half, as hard as I try. But as long as we keep it under 2 hours, that's pretty good. All right, I wanted to mention one more special. I told you about the matte black dots that you can get as a free gift with a $35 order. If you should be ordering and your subtotal goes up to 50, then I am going to be sending you a package of those burnished brass butterflies. And those do come in 2 sizes. They come in small and large. In fact, there they are. There's the large and there's the small. So with a $50 order, once I see you place that at my online store, I will treat you with a package of butterflies. Okay, starting fresh on a brand new bingo game. Here we go. The first number is 9. Okay, we've had 9 come up a lot tonight. I think both games had 9. The second number is 2. Number 2. And don't be shy in the comments at this time. Besides playing bingo, if you want to type in which was your favorite card of tonight. The sunflower card was card number 1. The chicken with the black scallop was card number 2. And the misty moonlight background card was card number 3. What was your favorite? All right, we've got some B's. Oh, Glynis has got it going on. She's already got BI with just 2 numbers drawn. Number 17 is next. Followed by number 7. All right, so Debbie says, sentimentally, the sunflower. Aw, but the chicken has grown on me. Very good comment. I love it. And those sunflowers, I tell you, they kind of keep coming and going trend-wise. They are back in right now. And Glynis liked the sunflower too. Awesome. And it can be done with so many colors. I saw a in support of Ukraine card done with the sunflower. The whole card was done in blue and yellow. It was lovely. Lovely. Excellent. Patsy liked 1 and 3 better than the second one. Is that what that means? All but number 2? If you had to vote. You're so cute. Okay, the next number is 13. We've had 13 come up tonight too. Oh, all, I get it, all, but number two, you actually liked number two the best if you had to vote. All right, I won't make you vote. I love the comments though. I understand now. Sorry, I misunderstood it first. Okay, bingo is off and going. We've got B, B-I, a couple of B-Is, a B-I-N. Give these a shake. Number 22. 22. Oh, excellent. Okay, Antoinette, mom and sister both have B. Good. Okay, you are keeping track of 3 of you. Oh, God bless you. Okay, girl. Haley liked the sunflower one also. I knew you would. I told you we were doing sunflowers tonight, and I think that got your interest. All right, a B-I. McKenna's got B-I, another B, W, or N. Oh, number 1. All right, our next number is number 3. All right, Rochelle has B-I. McKenna's got B-I-N. Excellent. All right, we're going to keep going. B-I, B-I. Number 14. Laura's back in with B. We got B-I-N. Haley has B-I. Okay, number 18. Evelyn, are you still there? Or did you have to turn in? Evelyn plays from Massachusetts. I know it's late there. She and Judy were playing tonight from Massachusetts. B-I-N-G. There's Glynis. Go, Glynis, go. B-I-N. Okay, you guys are going to fight her for it, aren't you? Number 4 is next. All right, the next number is 25. We've had 25 a lot. A lot of you picked 25 too. Lots of people are playing with 25 tonight. Did that do it for anybody? Let's see. B-I-N, 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 B-I-N-G. All right, let's see if we need to draw again. B-I-N-G. Oh, a lot of people are chiming in. Okay, let me give it a minute. I can see the comments coming in. Oh, we have a bingo. Oh, I'm glad I waited. Glynis, congratulations. Awesome. Okay, Glynis has 1. And Glynis, I'm going to let you choose because I have a stamp set that I'm giving away, but I know sometimes people would prefer a packet of note cards instead of the stamp set. So let me show you the stamp set. Okay, this was a recent celebration stamp set. It's called Catching Butterflies. I have seen some very cute cards made with this. Even not the girl, just the butterflies and the words. Super cute, but she's cute with her net too. So you can let me know if you would prefer the stamp set, Glynis, or if you want a packet of note cards, more like this one that Patsy won on game 1. So you can let me know, stamp set or note cards. Okay, and I will get those prizes sent out in the mail this week. So as a final reminder and in conclusion, thank you from the bottom of my heart for participating tonight. You guys just make my night. Also, don't forget Glynis is Todd. Thank you, Antoinette. Glynis is the winner. And because she's playing off of their combined account. And stamp set, awesome, you got it. Okay, So stamp set is coming to you, and you should be good. She would barely fit on a D block, so as long as you have a D block or smaller, you will be fine with that stamp set. Otherwise, you know what you need to order to make that work. In fact, if I was using her, I would get the D block and a black ink pad, because you could do a ton of cute coloring with this. Very cute. That's coming to you, Glynis. So don't forget our specials for tonight, a $35 subtotal or more, and I will send you a package of the matte black dots. If your order is $50 or more on the subtotal line, I will send you the brushed brass butterflies. Here is the host code to enter into the box at checkout, and make sure that you mark your calendars for April 19th. Please visit me on my YouTube channel. After bingo is done, I always upload the video there, so you can watch the replay. But I also would love to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build that number, and I will take all the help I can get. So visit me at Stamp with Julie Baum on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all so much. This was a kick for me, and I will see you, if not before, I will see you on April 19th. Bye.